Hi everybody, it's Precious Pioneer, and I started a plant shop and I have a bunch of fresh cuttings, and I'm going to show you my kind of watering process for the ones that I've potted in soil through that propagation method. I have a bunch of these greenhouse containers. I kind of leave it open because it's super humid here, so I kind of like a lot of ventilation on the top, and so I'm going to open these. I'll normally fill my water bottle full of like rice water. I'll make rice, and when I wash it I'll just save it and then use it for my plants. Same thing with like banana peels. I'll soak it in water and I'll use that as a solution. Sometimes I'll also make like a worm compost tea. So like earthworms produce like this really nutrient rich manure, I guess. And so I'll get a bag of that and like soak it in water, and then it'll be like a nice fertilizing spray for this process, I suppose. And so I made a lot of fresh cuttings so I can grow them into little plants. I have such a beautiful variety. In fact, let's take a closer look. All of my plants have such rich, beautiful colors. Like I love how this one's yellow, orange, red, and then this beautiful like purple velvety plant as well. I'm also growing a Christmas tree variety. I forget what they're called, but I will let you know. And then also some of my favorite like flowering vine plants. And then also of course like standard like ZZ plants and again my flowering plant. But I really like to pick plants that are rich in color. I don't know, that inspire you with like beautiful textures or smells. And so yes, back to the water. This process is honestly pretty simple because it's super high humidity. I don't want to soak it too much, but I like to ensure that each case is moist, so that way when I put the lid on, it creates that greenhouse effect. So for each little cube, I'll probably do like one spray each, or sometimes like if I see that it's a little bit moist, I'll kind of just do an overhead spritz, and I think that's plenty because I don't want it to like mold or create any sort of like too much moisture in here because it'll lead to bugs. So I'll just again do a light spritz on the top. Because it's been raining the last couple of days, it hasn't been too hot for the plants, but when you have cuttings, you want to ensure that they're well moistened and that they don't dry out, so you don't have any issues. But that's the process. Pretty easy.